All right, what is up, everyone? My name is Chris, and today, this video is going to be a little bit of like a recap video. I didn't have enough time yesterday to make a video about the exhibition game that was announced. The Flyers are supposed to play the Penguins July 28th at 4 p.m. There's supposed to be a bunch of exhibition games. Now they're basically going to be like preseason games. I'll get to that in a minute. And also, Alain Vigneault is a Jack Adams Award finalist. I'm going to put both of these topics into the same video, so let's get into it. As for the exhibition games, it looks like that they're going to be having like kind of like a rivalry, I guess you could say, like former playoff kind of thing. It looks like the Eastern games are supposed to be the Canadiens versus the Leafs, Florida versus Tampa, the Rangers versus the Islanders, Flyers, Penguins, Capitals, Hurricanes, and Columbus and the Bruins. So those are some really good games there. And moving on to the West, you have Calgary, Edmonton. That's a very good one to keep your eyes on. Vancouver versus Winnipeg, Chicago and St. Louis, Nashville and Dallas, Arizona and Las Vegas, and Minnesota and Colorado. So it looks like, it looks like none of these are like playoff matchups. It looks like they tried to get away from that. It doesn't, and when I say playoff matchups, I mean for coming up into this, like if the team playing each other in the play-in or something like that. Looks like they, and as I said, it looked like they went for that, like either it was a former playoff series, maybe last year or the year before that in 2018, or it was like just a rivalry that's been there for a long time. So this is very good to see. As I said, the Flyers will play the Penguins July 28th at 4 o'clock. There'll be 3 games that day, and then I believe there's 6 the next day on the 29th, and then there's 3 again there. I believe there's 3 or 4 on the 30th. There's a whole schedule on that as well. But again, this is going to be good to see. This game does not matter. It's definitely fun to see this because, one, it's another game of hockey we get to see before the round robin, and it's also a thing to see where we can see how the Flyers will play, and especially going up against a good opponent in Pittsburgh there. So definitely be fun for that, and I definitely will stay tuned. But Alain Vigneault is also a Jack Adams Award finalist, along with Bruce Cassidy from the Bruins and John Tortorella from the Columbus Blue Jackets. I personally think Alain Vigneault should win. I know it sounds biased. It really isn't. I honestly, it's nothing against the other 2 coaches. They're both phenomenal coaches. Tortorella is one of the biggest reasons why Columbus is where they are today. Same thing with Cassidy, but so is Alain Vigneault. Alain Vigneault is really one of the biggest, I think he is the biggest reason why the Flyers are, this good this year. They've been playing phenomenal, and it all started with AV in the beginning of the season. The speech he had in training camp saying, to be an effing Flyer, that was just amazing. But it's great to see. And I was honestly, I wasn't surprised. I thought he had an unbelievable year. But AV is the 5th coach all time for the Flyers to be a finalist for the Jack Adams Award. The other 4 are Fred Shero in 1973-74, the year the Flyers won their first cup. Pat Quinn in 1979-80, the year the Flyers went to the Cup final. In 1984-85, Mike Keenan, the year the Flyers went to the Cup final as well. And 2000-2001, Bill Barber. So again, and it's funny, like that was the last one. So it's been 19 years since we've seen a coach for the Flyers get up there in the Jack Adams. It's definitely good to see. And AV previously won this award in 06-07 with Vancouver when he helped the Canucks win their so Vancouver won their first season, and they had a 49-26-7 record for 105 points to win the Pacific Division. And he also was previously a finalist with Montreal in 2000, and then 2007 and 2011 with Vancouver, and then 2014-15 with the Rangers. So he's been awarded, he's been in the finalists for 4 times, but he only won it once in 06-07. So I personally think that he should win. I think he's been fabulous for the Flyers this season. It's really nothing against the other coaches. I just think if you look at the way Columbus is in the standings, I probably would, I would honestly go away with that. It's nothing against Tortorella. It's just I think if the Blue Jackets were a little bit higher, I definitely think that, Tortorella probably could have gotten that. As for Cassie, I think he's won it before. And I also think Alain Vigneault has done a better job than Cassidy. Again, it's nothing against him. It's just, it's probably biased, but again, AV has been phenomenal for the Flyers this season. He's really turned everything around from like a full 180. It was just unreal. But remember, guys, podcast articles, those links are on my channel. Last night we did the episode with Riley Cote. You can check that out on the Florida Podcast YouTube channel, which is on the channel's link on my channel. You can check that out along with Amadeo's channel on there. And then also, it is on Spotify and Apple as well, or wherever you listen to your podcast. So again, remember, podcast articles, those links are on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.